Looks Like Laury, Sounds Like Laury is a portrait of a woman suffering from early onset dementia. It also shows the ripple effects on her family and friends. To continue the discussion, we have Nicole McGurin, Director of Clinical Services at the Alzheimer's Association, Massachusetts, New Hampshire Chapter. Nicole, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you work in this field. What did you think?
I thought it was a very candid portrayal of exactly how brutal Alzheimer's disease and related dementias can be for the person who has the disease as well as their family.
Laurie's disease in particular, how common is that?
Dementia is a broad category of brain diseases that are progressive in nature. Alzheimer's is the most common. Alzheimer's accounts for about 60 to 80% of all cases of dementia, and frontotemporal dementia that you see in this film accounts for probably 10% of all cases. So it's not as common as Alzheimer's disease, but it's also not extremely rare either.
Talk about what that means in terms of their caregiving and what we're looking at there.
The impact on caregivers is huge emotionally. It's a really stressful experience that has the potential to cause depression, cause severe stress in people's lives. Also, when people are caregivers, a lot of times they ignore their own health care needs because they're so focused on taking care of this person who has Alzheimer's disease. I think what's really challenging for the healthcare system treating Alzheimer's and related dementias is that there's no medical treatment. There's no pill that can be prescribed. There's not a specific therapy to be prescribed. And the kind of help that people need to survive with this disease, you see it in the film. It's day-to-day supervision. It's help getting through the tasks of the day. It's keeping someone safe, preventing them from getting lost or doing something in their home that's going to injure them. And that's the kind of thing that our healthcare system doesn't reimburse for. So it does fall to family and friends to pick up the bulk of care for people who have dementia.
If you had to give one piece of advice to caregivers, what would you give them? What would you say?
I would say don't go it alone. Alzheimer's disease is not a disease that can be taken care of by one family member. I think there's a tendency, it's probably a part of the American personality to be independent and to take care of things on your own. And I think talking about health issues is tended to be seen as a private matter. But Alzheimer's disease requires a lot of a family member, and one person just cannot take care of all the needs of someone with Alzheimer's on their own. And there is help out there, and these things make a real difference. Research has shown that people are institutionalized at slower rates when their caregivers take advantage of these programs, and caregivers' own physical health and mental health improves when they take advantage of help.
One of the things that really struck me in this film is the support network that she does have.
Definitely, and I think that was one of the hopeful things I would draw from this film, is that in the face of this horrible disease that Laury has, that her family and friends stay by her. They continue to see the person that they know is inside. They're so committed to her, the lengths they take to keep her dignity, to keep her involved in their lives so that her life still has meaning, was incredibly moving. And I think even the end of the film is really tough to see how eventually Alzheimer's disease and related disorders truly are a fatal illness, and you can see that visually in the film. But, her friends and family are still there for her. One of the biggest benefits of a film like this is increasing public awareness of Alzheimer's disease and dementia, showing people this is a disease. It's not a part of normal aging. It's hard to watch, but I think people need to know that these are diseases that are fatal. And that something needs to be done about them. And I think that putting a real personal face on it, like in this documentary, is going to help do that.